Hello, I'm Allen Tobin for SOMO TV with Krista and Susan Stegeman. Susan, you've been the CEO for Special Olympics for how many months now?
103 days.
Wow. So, how are things going for you and your team?
I think they're going pretty well. The reason I know the 103 days is because somebody asked me yesterday, so I don't count the days because it's actually going pretty fast. We were able to bring the whole team together, the whole staff together this past week for our SOMO retreat, staff retreat, which we hadn't had for I don't know how long, but several years. So it was really good to get the team together just for some fun, relaxation, some team building, some visioning for the future. Just really good to get together for about 24 hours is all it was, but we really did have a good time.
Okay. What have you learned so far?
I'm learning a lot. What I'm learning is that we needed to bring the team together,
Yes.
which is what we just did. Not that it's a one-time thing, but it's the beginning of doing that more often. I was also aware of this, but I realized it even more so after the visiting. Is our team is really talented. We have a really good, strong team, and they're very
Yes,
committed to the
I
athletes.
agree with that.
And our mission. They love the athletes, love the mission, and love the work, and that's really been encouraging to see. So no matter what struggles or challenges we have before us, we can accomplish anything when we work together as a team.
Yes.
Alright, I do it out. Olympics. Olympics.
Oh, so you'd like to hear about the update at the campus since the tornado?
Yes.
Well, May 22nd is a date that most of us will never forget because it did the EF3 tornado slammed into the campus and did do quite a bit of damage. It's kind of heartbreaking and certainly disappointing because we had only been in for about 8 months and our campus programming had just picked up steam, so to speak, and we were cruising right along with our plans for camps this summer, with a full schedule this summer. We had a lot of people call to help us and didn't even have to really reach out to the community too much because people were really being proactive to say, hey, I've got a dumpster, hey, I've got a semi, hey, I've got office space, and we've got volunteers. So it was really great to be reminded of how the community is so supportive of people in need, but also of SOMO. We're looking at taking our camps on the road through like an outreach camp so that we can replicate what we were doing at campus, but do so at the local level in the areas, and hopefully take those out in the fall or starting in the fall to each area, so that we can continue to do what we were going to do in the campus, but to do a better job of really educating and engaging people, athletes, and our volunteers and health and wellness partners to what we were going to be doing in the campus, so that we're not waiting for the reconstruction to take place.
Can people help?
Can people help? What a great question. People can always help Special Olympics, and especially at this time, there's a couple of ways that people can help. We are, while we don't have the timeline per se, definitely for the campus rebuild, we are preparing for that, and we are wanting to rebuild and be open as soon as possible. So people can stay tuned by watching our website, somo.org, but also on our social media channels, because that's where the most important and up-to-date information will be shared, of course. Hashtag SOMO Rebuild is the hashtag that people can follow. Another way they can help is a way that's is really helpful because it'll help with the ongoing fundraising that we have to support our program, is through the Drive at Home raffle. So people can become raffle partners by signing up to help sell raffle tickets for us to win a new Jeep that was donated by the Missouri Automobile Dealers Association. And that's something that anybody can do. A business can do, a school can do it, athletes are doing it, staff are doing it, Knights of Columbus is doing it. Any civic group can help us by selling raffle tickets. It's just $5 a ticket, and all that helps Special Olympics.
I'm Allen Tobin with Krista and Susan Stegeman. Thank you.
I'm Senator Roy Blunt. I'm here at the Special Olympics Missouri Training for Life campus. My family and I were here in just November at this brand new building. It's not exactly brand new right now, but it still stands for what special athletes stand for. It stands for strength, it stands for determination. We're going to build this building back, but more importantly, you and your support group is strong. I just went to the World Special Olympics where they referred to the athletes there, the 7,000 athletes from 191 countries, as the determined. You're determined to do what you can to compete. You're determined to do what you can to win if you can, and if you can't win, to be brave in the attempt. That's what this campus is all about. That's what your participation is all about. Keep going strong. People who are for you, like me, are still right there behind you, doing everything we can to encourage you and to rebuild right here at SOMO.
Hi, welcome to SOMO TV. I'm Shaquana with Daxton and Brian. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Why did you want to work for SOMO?
I really like helping people, and I also like sports, and so this was a great opportunity to combine the two. And it's just been so exciting working with the athletes, seeing what they do and what SOMO provides for athletes throughout the state of Missouri.
What your background?
Well, my background, I was born and raised in Jefferson City, and I always played sports throughout my life. I went to the University of Missouri, and I graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism. I was actually a sportscaster for 11 years at an NBC station. So Special Olympics Missouri allows me a chance to combine those two things I'm really interested in: athletics, sports, and of course journalism and covering the athletes and bringing attention to what all you are doing as athletes.
What have you learned so far?
I've learned that this organization showcases a group of people that works together towards a common mission like no other organization I've ever been involved with. That's probably the biggest noticeable thing that I've learned.
Okay. What do you do on staff?
I work with development, which is raising money, developing resources so we can continue to provide programs for SOMO and the Special Olympic athletes. I also work with the marketing and communications team to help promote the events and really educate the entire state on what SOMO is about and what we are doing for our athletes.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Listen to SOMO TV for the Special Olympics. Daxton, Brian, and Shokana.
Thank you, MMA, for hosting Special Olympics Missouri Sports Camp this week. Sports Camp originally was supposed to be at TLC, but the building was damaged. Thank you for stepping up. We all really appreciate this facility and we love it. Thank you.
Thank you for making this possible for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything on my life.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
I want to say thank you for letting us be here. Thank us for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to SOMO TV. I'm Shirlene, my co-host Lena, and Susan Shaffer. What is your new job?
Well, my new job with Special Olympics is I'm the Training for Life campus and outreach director. It's to bring programs into our new campus. What a great opportunity for me to be able to do that. What a great experience to be able to do that.
What was your previous program job before the tornado hit?
Part of my job, I was in competition, and when we built the new building, I got to come over and be the new program person. And so part of the programming we had started was we got to work with some local programs through our Young Athlete program, which is the 2 to 7 year olds that Special Learning Center and Southwest Early Childhood were coming over. Special Learning was coming every week, 2 times a week, and we were working on their functional skills, their motor skills, where some of them were learning how to ride a bike, to jumping, to throwing. We even had a young kid from Special Learning Center took his first steps into our campus, which is pretty cool to see that. So we actually had Southwest Early Childhood, their grades 5, their 5-year-olds ready to go into kindergarten. We had their graduation at our new building, and it was an opportunity for their parents to come and see what they've been doing for the last 4 months with us and everything, to watch them graduate from our program, and then also graduate from Special Learning from Southwest Early Childhood. So it was a really cool. Then another thing that we're doing, and Shirlene, you have a day program where you work at. Some of those clienteles that are other day programs come, and we were playing anywhere from basketball to beach volleyball to doing walks out on the track to working out in our exercise room. We had been on an 8 weeks program with teaching a lot of them to use the treadmills, the bikes. We had a young man lose 10 pounds during that time frame that the building was actually open and we were running programs. So we were doing Mondays was grooving, so we were dancing. Tuesdays we did volleyball and basketball. Wednesday was workout Wednesday. We were working out in the room, and then Thursday was get your game on. So we was doing bocce and cornhole. So we had a lot of things going on in the new building.
Was it stressful when the tornado happened?
It's very stressful for all of us, and when something that traumatic hits anywhere, not just in Jeff City, but whatever those takes. But it did hit our building. The first phone call we received was, the building had been hit, and many that know that we're in the mid-Missouri that day, a lot of tornadoes were going, sirens were going off, and you never know when it's going to hit your building and it be like that. But when we actually got to see it, and it was pretty devastating to me. Because of the programming that we had been doing in the building. We were just getting on a great roll of having activities. Camp was coming up. It just was that overwhelming. It was very overwhelming and emotional for us. Getting texts back from people and asking about what the building was like, and is my picture still standing there? I got a text from Lena. Is my picture still there? Still there. It's just that glass and stuff have been moved and gone, and but we'll rebuild.
You had to change plans for sports camp, right?
We did. Summer games was canceled, and the first thing on my agenda, was what are we going to do about camp? I was on the phone talking to my contact at MMA at the same time that MMA was, Missouri Military was emailing me, going, we'll host camp for you. So within 8 hours, I knew that we had a place to go for camp, which was exciting for me to know that that was something we weren't going to be able to cancel, and be able to host that and be able to move forward, still having camp. And that's a highlight of my year, is to be able to have sports camp. So, and I know what that is for some campers, that's pretty, and athletes, it's a pretty exciting time for them too. So,
what's in store for the future of camps once camp is opened again?
I think the future is us. Right now, we're taking a look about what can we change, what's different, everything. I want to be able maybe offer 2 of the week-long sports camps that they seem to be our biggest and fun thing to do. I hope that we're offering more sports-specific camps where you come in for the day, if it's volleyball or it's basketball or if it's golf camp, to really get better. Some more nutrition stuff. We learned a lot of that at camp this summer, that we need to be more involved with that.
Thank you, Susan, for coming. I'm Lena, and my co-host, Shirlene. Thank you for watching SOMO TV.
The Young Athlete Program, which we call YAP, is for age 2 to 7. And it gives the opportunity for young kids to learn about, work on their motor skills, functional skills, even just life skills in general, staying in line, listening. So it's multiple things, but really it's the introduction to Special Olympics. We also have a partnership with Southwest Early Childhood. They come over once a month, and we have about 7 stations that they rotate, from striking to kicking to cycling. They work on their balance on the bikes, and it's been a great opportunity to see them from 2 months ago just getting on a Strider bike to yesterday that they were actually doing a lot of it on their own.
It is a place that we didn't have before, where kids could come, where things are modified and there are accommodations made so that they can participate in activities that they may not be able to do at other places in our community.
The opportunity for our children to come out and participate in the physical development activities, to practice their language skills, their social skills, to those taking turn things that are so important. We actually really jumped at the chance to partner with them because it's such an amazing program and such an amazing facility.
I guess for the parents, really what I hope is Special Olympics is here for a resource. At an early age, we have so much that we can offer them and see what their child can do. Really, when they're in school, it's an education part, but really Special Olympics is a lifelong skill, from sports to our leadership program. These are things that we can start at young, and I really want the parents to know that it's through sports, behaviors change, they become really our stars, and learn about their health. I want the parents that come into the building and know that we're here for them to help them, in not just in Special Olympics, but life.
And it's not just the kids that are gaining today. If you look at the smiling faces on these adults, they're having fun with the children, they're practicing skills in a real life, meaningful way. And for a lot of our families, this is an opportunity for them to get to know the broad range of services that are available through Special Olympics, because for some of our families, this will be a lifelong relationship with Special Olympics for their children as they are going through the athlete program, the Healthy Athletes program, and their certification programs and things that they have. So it's really a great opportunity for our children and our families to get out in the community and know what's available for them.
I have a child who's a sophomore in high school with autism, and he went through ECSE program when he was little. I guess I just want people to know that even though kids have challenges in their lives, that they are able to do a lot of things that people maybe think they can't do. I know my son has accomplished far more things than we thought he ever would, and that's my hope for all of these kids too.
Right now we are playing baseball right now. And it's I play ball too. Play and left in the tunnel. I play with a bike. I can't wait to come back.
Do you say I can't?
I can't wait to come back.
Hello, I'm Allen Tobin with Allison and Sean Brown. Sean, what's the origin of SOMO TV?
The origin of SOMO TV? Well, as far as I know, Brandon approached Columbia Access Television, and gosh, I don't know, it's been 6 or 7 or 8 years, I'm not even sure, ago, and 5 years ago, as I just recalled. And we've gotten together quarterly or more often than that to create programming for SOMO TV. But as a part of that, it was a lot of education as well. Me teaching classes in the use of video production stuff, primarily in our studio, where we are now, and the old studio over at Stevens College, and then also learning about video editing on our computers in our media center.
Yes.
So why did you get involved with Special Olympics Missouri?
Well, I mean, in a way, it was just part of my job, but I'm so glad that it was. And I don't know, it's very fulfilling for me. I enjoy video production, I enjoy storytelling, and I enjoy teaching.
I've noticed.
And so
it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's just a ton of fun. I mean, we just have so much fun.
Yeah.
But it's like we come together, we have fun for 6 hours, and then we all walk away having learned something. You know, and it doesn't feel like we're in a class or that we're working really hard or any of that kind of stuff. But we are in a class, and we are working really hard, and it's very rewarding. But it's also just like hanging out and having a good time too.
And time flies when you're having fun.
It does, absolutely.
Why did you join CATV?
Well, I care a lot about our community, and I like this type of work with videos and storytelling. So this was just a really perfect combination for me, and then also it work pays. So it was very fortunate for me to find something that I really enjoy doing and love to do, and then also it could be my job. So I just felt very lucky in that.
It makes it a whole lot better when you do what you love.
Definitely.
And get paid to do what you love.
So what did you learn from working with Special Olympics Missouri?
Oh gosh, I have definitely grown just as a person and in so many ways. I think more than anything, I learned just to love more, and just enjoying being with all the hardworking members of SOMO TV. It's just, I can honestly say that I can have a terrible week, or it can be really hard, or there's a lot of work, I'm exhausted, and if it's a SOMO TV Saturday, I go home at the end of that day with a huge smile on my face and joy in my heart, and it's just, nothing is wrong at that point. This is always just a lot of fun, like we keep saying, but it's, I love all of you, and I don't expect to not see you anymore, if we're heading that way as far as questions go, but yeah, I mean, it's not over by any stretch, but yeah, I don't know, SOMO TV is always, those days that I work with all the athletes has always been just a very uplifting experience for me, and a lot of fun, and I feel like we just hang out and be friends, and then at the end of the day, we've got a bunch of stuff to show for it, awesome shows and programs.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what kept you involved besides having fun? Very big part of that.
There's a lot of folks involved in SOMO TV that are really hungry for this knowledge and really want to know how to make a video or how to tell a story or how to do
Yes.
video editing.
I love it.
And I want to be able to help you do that. And it's just an awesome feeling for me to be a teacher and to see somebody come in and not know how to do something, and then we can spend some time together, and then they do know how to do it. And that's just a really fulfilling part of my life. And, you know, I don't know. It's that and the friendships that I've developed, I think, probably. And, you know, we're obviously so sarcastic and so jokey, you know, and so you guys have had me on edge going into this interview. I've been so worried that there's going to be a bucket of goop or something fall on my head. I don't know what. Thinking back to that Susan Shaffer interview that we did years ago.
Yeah, that was a
turned
lot
the
of
lights
fun.
off on her and flashed lights and did all that kind of stuff. So I've been really worried about this interview in that kind of regard. And so far, so good. Nothing crazy has happened.
Right.
It's perfect that the two of you are my interviewees, because
Yeah.
I feel like you're kind of my BFFs here at SOMO, and we've known each other the longest probably than anybody else here.
We've been here since the beginning of SOMO TV. We've come a long way since the beginning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's sad to see CATV go.
Yeah, it is. It's very sad.
Well, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
And that is, what are you going to do next?
I have accepted a job as an underwear model.
I'll make sure not to watch that.
I've currently started working part-time at KOMU, local
Nice.
NBC channel, and so I'm thinking that that's probably going to be what I'm going to do after this. I have the opportunity to be a full-time employee out there after this, and so odds are that's probably what I'll be my main focus.
Yeah, and I just all of us want to thank you for so much for just helping us with a lot, making us grow and all that.
I really appreciate that. You know, what I have to say is, here we go. Okay, this is a good thing, right? You know, I don't see a bucket of water or anything. But yeah,
right there.
so yeah, I'm really happy that you feel that way, but I really feel like you know, you guys make me look good, basically. You give me credit for things that I really think that you have accomplished.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
you
just
make us
happen
look
to be
good
in the
too.
room at the same time.
Wouldn't have accomplished what we have without your mentoring.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
And with that, we do have something for you.
Oh, wow.
This.
Oh,
All
wow.
the hard work you have done for us.
Well, thank you. Thank all of you. I'm easily embarrassed in a situation like this, and so I'm not comfortable with like receiving praise, I guess. I really feel like you all have done so much, and thank you. I just can only say thank you so much. Oh man, yeah, I remember all those times. So yeah, I really appreciate that, and thank you, and. This won't be the end. We will see each other again, I promise.
Right.
Well, thank you.
And you were so worried.
I Oh, wow. That is so awesome.
how Sean did Daxton. I'm thinking everything he did for us, for school, the cameras, the program we done for the Special Olympics. Hope I see you again.
Thank you, Sean, very much. We appreciate your partnership with SOMO TV.
Thank you, Sean, for being part of Special Olympics so much. Thank you.
Alright, I'd like to thank the photographer for teaching us how to work with the cameras. I appreciate that, teaching us how we can do it ourselves and all the...
Thank you, Sean, for everything that you've been doing with Special Olympics, the SOMO TV, the ALPS programs, and I am thankful to have you as a kind of a mentor along with Brandon on my upcoming ALPS class that I am teaching. Thank you for everything you've done and good luck in everything you got going on.
Thank you, Sean, for today's cameras.
Thank you, Sean, for working with SOMO TV. Thank you for teaching me so much with the camera and at apps leadership at apps and stuff. I learned so much from you. I love you, Sean. Thank you.
I wanted to say thank you, Sean, for helping me with photography, and you're the best teacher I've ever met. Keep up the hard work, and we're gonna really miss you.
Thank you, Sean, so much. Thank you, CATV. You've done so much for us, and you taught me so much. You helped not just us at SOMO TV, you also helped me improve my editing skills and all that for my channels as well, and I appreciate all of that. Love you so much. We're gonna miss you.